inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, 'cause real women don't bitch, no. Real women don't, 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 real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. Baby, it's been a while since I've done a podcast where I've been in rant mode. And I'm not saying that I'm necessarily going to be in rant mode, but I am in one of those spaces where I'm like, for real, like, do we really have to go back to the basics? Welcome, everybody. If this is your first podcast episode, even though we've been on air for 3 years now, then you get to see the dynamics of my personality. And I believe in authenticity. And so, hey, we just going to roll with that. But I'm on social media. And so I know that this topic is going to come up on a regular basis because new people are entering into the marketplace. But the thing that is perturbing me the most is that I am experiencing what I'm about to talk about, and it is not with newbies. That's the part that's pissing me off. It would be different if it was just all brand spanking new entrepreneurs that keep on making this gross mistake, but it's not. And so I'm not saying that we're going to take care of everything in this episode, but you all need to learn some social media etiquette. And I'm specifically going to talk about the Facebook platform. Now, I usually do a pretty decent job, which you can only do so much because people put their personas up, of selecting people to be my Facebook friends. I look like, can I see immediately that you're an entrepreneur? You know, do you have a badass header that speaks to something that you do in your business or your values? What's in your feed? Do you have a post I can read? Or have you done a live video so that I can look at you and get a feel for your beliefs? You know, I don't just say, oh, wow, I want 5,000 friends. So now everybody that's saying, I want to be your friend, say yes. Because ladies, we know that shortly after we do that, we might just get a penis pic. You know what I'm saying? Or, oh my God, you're beautiful. You know, it's almost always the Navy guy that's or rig worker or some shit like that. But it's also some everyday Joe Blow. So I'm just saying that I am upset because I've looked at your profiles and I thought that you were some badass business women and some men too, but you are tacky as fuck. So some don'ts, and I'm going to tell you why you don't do this. Some people just say don't do it, but I'm going to explain it. Number one, I just said yes to your friend request. Do not ask me to like your business page. And I'm going to tell you why it sucks for you. Aside from the fact that I'll get to me later. Obviously, you do not boost posts or do ads, and I don't want to hear anybody listening to this podcast talking shit about boosting does or doesn't work, and if you should or should not do ads. I only talk about what I do and what has worked for me. I'm not a damn guru, but I have boosted a post and had some sales come in for something that I have, okay? And I have done Facebook ads, and as fast as I put it out there in 24 hours, had some strangers click a link and come into a program that I've had to offer. So I'm speaking from the vantage point of it works for me. But let me tell you something, and why it is absolutely idiotic to ask any and everybody to like your page. Because when you get ready to boost a post and you get to select people that like my page or friends of people that like my page, do you think the algorithm is going to go to the people that are ideal customers? Can the algorithm say, oh, wow, so she asked August, Sarah, Betty, Job, Bo, and Frederick, and Craig, and Chris, and Samantha, and Keisha, and Abdullah Hala, and excuse me for my, play on languages and African versus Caucasian names and stuff, but you asked all of them people. You know what I'm saying? You have a page that's for abused and battered women, but you didn't ask everybody and their mama to like your page. And guess what? Us liking your page, we're not your ideal client. If we're key collaborators and I know you and you put something on your page and you promote it to your personal page, somebody like me might share it. But if you decide to put your money behind that, it's going to be just your luck that ad or that boosted post that is going to end up triggering people like me who don't want nothing to do with your product. Numbers a freaking lie. I would rather have a page where I barely have 1,000, 2,000 people that genuinely like my page, that are interested in my products and services, whether that's my books, my summits, my upper tier coaching programs, but not just a bunch of, oh my God, let's support each other. Support does not build business, okay? Support does not build business. Business is strategic and business is intentional, and serving your ideal clients and creating something that they want, that's what builds businesses. So that's why it's not good for you. But let me please explain to you, especially for my women empowerment groups, and this goes for the black ones and for the white ones. Oh my God, I see on her page she's doing a summit to unite women and no more trauma or authenticity. That does not mean I'm supposed to like your page either. And that doesn't mean I'm going to like your page either. I don't know you. You say that you empower women. I empower women. Yes, I do. But that doesn't mean that you and I are meant to work together. That doesn't mean that you and I have the same value systems. Because when I get behind the scenes, I may see that you're more of a like, everything is going to be okay. And I'm more of a like, look, everything is going to be all right. So how are we going to solve this? You may think that I'm too brash and I may think that you're too soft. But the thing about it is I'm a mature adult. You have an audience that you're supposed to serve, but that doesn't mean I want to hear you. That doesn't mean I want to be connected to you. So I'm not going to do that. Not only that, excuse me, I've met some people and thought that they were really awesome and they sell products or services. And here it is, I'm sitting there telling people about you and somebody comes and say, I ordered something from your girl. She said it'd be here in 7 days. I ain't never get it, and she ain't give me a refund. I don't know what your business practices are. I don't know what your values are. So don't ask me to like your fucking page, okay? Don't ask me to join your group. I mean, think about it. If everybody's using the same damn strategy, don't you think that somebody's overwhelmed with that shit? I mean, like, how many groups can you really be in? Oh, I know women. I say that you really only should be actively involved in like 2 groups. 3 groups, at least that's what I used to say. But that when I used to say 2 to 3 groups back then, you also better realize that I was a newbie and I didn't have as much on my plate. Now I have to look up and be like, okay, did I make sure I responded to the people in my home groups? You know what I'm saying? Because there's only so much bandwidth that I have. And so when I'm not doing a collaboration with somebody, I'm working on something for myself, I'm constantly and continuously expanding. And so at the end of the day, 2 to 3 groups is still the limit. And many of us may not be able to give that much to those groups. So why should I be a part of what you're doing? And then only to find out when I come on the other side that you have a group that ain't nothing but a pitch fest. And don't get it twisted, because I am the queen of always having something to offer. But I may not want to be in that type of environment. Maybe I only want to be in an environment where you do a lot of value. I mean, you give a lot of value, and then maybe once a week you offer a training and it's something that's free or some type of master class, and then you do an offer or once a month or something like that. But as soon as I come in, you already pitching. You all are destroying your reputation. And somebody like me, when you do that, I don't even say anything. I just block you. You like, Dad, we was just friends. We not friends anymore. We absolutely are not. My last pet peeve, stop fucking tagging people. Like for real, for real. Let me tell you why it's disrespectful to tag. It's disrespectful to tag. It's like me having this big old beautiful house and you could come and you could park anywhere, but you come and park in my parking spot. You go right into the garage, and the parking spot where I have, where as soon as I pull into the garage I can go into the house, you pull right there instead of parking in one of the lovely places that I have in front of my home for my guest. You're violating my street. You're violating my space. Inviting me on something and tagging me in the comments so that I'm aware of what you have going on, if I know you, is one thing. But every fucking day, you don't need to tag me and 50 other people on your post because I don't want your post in my feed. No, oh, well, yeah, that's what I said. Even if you're somebody that I know and that I like, guess what? It is aggravating as hell to always see that I'm tagged by you. Because guess what? I have other promos and stuff that I'm offering, and that is my real estate. And I want people to see my offers first. When you tag me, then you may be putting yourself in front of what it is that I'm putting out there. Let me share your stuff when I'm ready to share it. Now, are there times when, you do that? Sure. I got some people, and it's one of them things where August knew I was going to straight vibe to this. When I do my summits, we use a tagging strategy. But it's understood for the summit. Once the summit is over, then stop. So all of these things you're doing now, let's get to the mindset. And we won't be long, right? Because I try to keep these bad boys under, 15 minutes. At the end of the day, that shows that in your subconscious, you're desperate. You're damn skippy, I said. And I don't care if you've been in business for 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years, because COVID then ripped some of y'all a new one. And y'all hella desperate right now. So anything and everything you could do to get some eyeballs on you, anything and everything you could do to get some attention. And so guess what? That's not going to get you to the money the fastest. And a lot of you all, it's so funny that you'll tag people to death, but you're hardly showing up live. You're hardly writing any real potent copy and inviting people to, master classes, freebies, or any paid offers, free offers, whatever. You're not showing up. You're just sitting here trying to use clickbait. Like my page. Let me put my stuff on your page. Come join my group. Oh, look at me. I've got a group and I've got 1,000 members. Yeah. And 999 of them are inactive. The only one that's active is you. Okay. So let's get back to basics. Build relationships. Get to know people. Show the fuck up. Do what you got to do to build your business and quit trying to find a way to shortcut to grow. And some of you all may be mad and you be like, oh my God, August, that's not why I did it. Some of you all may be getting a guilty conscience because you've tagged me or you've done some stuff. Well, guess what? You may not have had the same intention, but you might want to check yourself and see what you've done as well. A lot of you, all I do is I get tired of having conversations with people. So I begin to unfriend people. I definitely remove tags from people because you're not going to take up space on my real estate. Don't tag me. Don't invite me to your groups. Don't ask me to like your page. You go out there and you get the people that you're supposed to work with. And some of you all need to quit bullshitting around because you can't really explicitly express who your ideal client is. And this is why you're not showing up. And that's why you reach out after this podcast episode and say, August, I'm struggling in that area. I'm really struggling in that area. Please help a sister out. Please help a brother out. What do you have to offer? Because trust me, you could join the academy and the first class you take is going to help you narrow that thing down. You can have a strategy session with me and then see what it looks like to work with me in a group coaching program. I have books that you can read, but let's get some solutions and let's do the work. Okay? So at the end of the day, you guys, I'm good. I am absolutely phenomenal, but I thought I'd put that out there. And as a matter of fact, for those of you that are like convicted, because I said something about, showing up and live video, the cart doesn't close until Friday. But all you need is 197. You can come to a 5-week course with me to understand how to master live video. We're going to be talking about your message and your presentation, and the things that I teach you for live video are transferable for how you market your products and services, for how you write your post, excuse me, and things of that nature. So I love you guys, and rant over. You all have a fabulous day.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomendontbitchpodcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces.
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you.